He's chewed all that end bit off as well. So that's the car dropped off. Be about an hour or so, he said. Wow, we've got houses here now. Oh my God. These weren't here when we left. Morning, folks. Lorna's out preparing the car for MOT. I've been lazy because I've been up all night. Here she is. But the lens is on there. He's chewed all the outer part of it. He's chewed all that end bit off as well.
There's a little black squirrel I put on here and he's had all this lot off, so I don't even know where that's gone now.
It's definitely officially had it. So, years ago, fortunately for me, on a different YouTube channel, I used to do reviews of dash cams. And so now I'm going to fit one of the old ones that we had quite a long time ago. But for a minute, I cannot be bothered to strip all this out. Like, it took me ages to get this all wired in properly, so it's just going to get snipped. Well, the good news is it works. So, quite an interesting thing to watch out for. We was in Carmarthenshire, and I don't know if you remember, but we got a parking ticket. Not a parking ticket. Driving in a bus lane, offence ticket. And you know the usual. If you paid it within 14 days, you got it for 70 quid. Lovely. Anyway, we paid it at the time. Hands up, it was me. And I said, we might get another couple of them because we went to B&Q a few times that week.
Bear in mind, this is back in September.
Yeah,
last year.
September 23 this was. Anyway, so they sent another letter through just a little while back. Yeah, it was opened up and we presumed that it was another one of these tickets. Because I say we went to B&Q a few times and I definitely would have driven in the bus lane that same time. Anyway, so this one said we hadn't paid on time and it was £105. So we thought, I don't know what's happened there, but so we paid it anyway. It turns out it was their error and it was charging us for the first one that we had paid. So we're thinking, it's going to take ages. There is a good bit to this story. Sorry, I'm getting there. So Lorna sent them an email, on Friday. Monday, they got straight on to us, didn't they?
Yeah.
And said it was their technical error, their fault, blah, blah, blah. Please give us your cashier's, phone number so that you can speak to our cashier and get an immediate refund. Anyway, Lorna's just found out she sent them the wrong phone number, but there you go.
And we got a very poor signal.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me, we've got no signal here at all.
Well, I've got Vodafone signal, but very...
Oh, you've got Vodafone. Well, I'm not on Vodafone anymore, am I?
Oh, no.
I've switched to O2 and still got none. Which is a bit weird, but we might be able to sort something out later. We're going to play about with some different routers and things. Monkey boy. And Joe, what's this? Hey, did you do that? Did you? Yeah, you know you did. Actually gave you a bit of false information earlier. I said about the electric being over there with the long lead. It's not. There's an electric lead box in here somewhere. There's another electricity box there which does this side. So, yeah. So I got that wrong. Apologies. Anyhow, apart from that, on the cards today is nothing, is there? MOT's tomorrow at 10. I'm going to hang around. If not, my sister's going to come and pick me up and bring me back to here. Oh yeah, we got Lorna's cousin Jim and wife coming, Julie, today, which will be really lovely. We haven't seen them for ages. Very nice to see you yesterday, Mark and Lynn. Some people we bumped into while we were in B&M that we know and who watch the channel. So nice to see you guys again. Just back from France. Yeah, cool. And also we found out why the electric fence is up. It's actually to put people off of leaning over and feeding them, because apparently they caught someone feeding the horses crisps. Yeah, not quite the horse diet that they were hoping for, I don't think. Well, we just had the phone call from Carmarthenshire District Council, and the money's gone back in. So yeah, you deserve a lot of praise in these times of people not being.
Well, usually everyone screams and moans at parking penalty notice people because there's no giving them at all, and all anyone's ever got to be is negative. But on this occasion, although it was their fault.
Yeah, absolutely. But they held their hands up. They held their hands up, and within, what's that now? 1, 2, 3. Within 4 days, the money's back in. Yeah. So that's really good. And that
would have been quicker than that if I hadn't sent them the wrong phone number.
If Lorna hadn't sent the wrong phone number, yeah. One extra digit, it would have been yesterday. But yeah, well done, Carmarthenshire Council. Yeah. One thing you could do though is put a little sign saying you will be fined if you go in this bus lane before there, because you come round a roundabout in 2 lanes like this, yeah, and one lane then goes into a bus lane, but you're in it. You can't do anything else other than that. If there's 2 cars at the same time going round, you're going into it. That's not technically right, I don't think. But anyway, nice one on getting us the money back. And we've just also heard Jim and Julie are coming earlier. And the sun's coming out. It's going to be a good day.
Hello, mate. How you doing? I'm good, mate. Looking good, yeah.
You nutter, you've just had a...
It's just wrecked the place.
Steady.
No, I don't do steady. He doesn't do steady. He doesn't do steady.
It's good to have visitors. We love visitors. What are you ready on this place, though?
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely stunning.
I wish we'd known this place was here last time.
Oh, it's lovely.
You know? Yeah.
You like it, don't you?
It's so quiet of a night. So quiet.
I've got a bird app on my phone. I'm going to see what birds
Well, there are loads of little birds here. There's a weird one here earlier. We didn't know what it was, but let's turn this off for a minute. Morning, folks. Well, the dreaded MOT day has come. So I'm just off. Lorna's going to stay here with the van, and we're off down to Dymchurch, our old home village, and we're also going to the garage that's always serviced the car and done all that for us for the MOT. So fingers crossed for us, and we'll see you when we get to Dymchurch. So that's the car dropped off. Be about an hour or so, he said. So I'll show you around the garage later. But we're going to give you a quick brief history of our life before wandering by choice. So our old house is over there where that stone wall is, which you probably might have seen when we came here the other day and visited Kirsty, our old neighbour, who now lives in our old house. But we're going to cross the road and I'm going to give you a brief history of the house because it's quite interesting. So that is our old driveway down. Let's go round here. So this is the church you can see from our garden. But so you see the 2 houses there. Well, that's all one building. And this house here used to belong to the expenditor. Now, the expenditor was a tax collector for Romney Marsh, and taxes varied from all kinds of different things, but we'll talk about him in a second. But our house was, see the ones with the black window frames? That's our house, that one there, you see. Right, now in this bit with the white window frames, that's been turned into a museum because that's the old courthouse, and in there is still exactly the same as it was from the 1500s. It's got all the court benches, and it's lovely. You can arrange tours to go in there, but you have to pre-book it. They do school tours and stuff like that mainly. But the tax collector, or the expenditor, oh, I haven't seen him for years. Yeah, the tax collector, sorry. One of them was a bloke called Scott. Now, you've heard the term scot-free, I'm sure. Well, what scot-free was all about, so legend has it, because there seems to be many different versions of it, but the guy Scott, and we have checked the history on this, there was an expenditor called Scott, and his tax was seed offences, which consisted of a certain type of bush, which is called a Kentish scrub. And you had to plant them. We're going to go up to the seawall later and plant them up there to use for seed defence. Now, if you didn't supply these Kentish bushes, right, and nothing was happened to you, you didn't get, done, you were termed to have got away scot-free. Hence the saying. But I say, that's all the museum in there. I don't know if I explained that right. That's called New Hall. Now that all burnt down in 1560 and was rebuilt by 1580, if I've got that right. So that tells you how old our house was. Now this here, where that monument is here, that was the gibbet where they used to hang the smugglers, because this church, underneath this road here, is a tunnel. Yeah, it's all filled in these days, but the tunnel runs right in to the ship over there. Now, I was the manager of that pub for 2 years, and I can verify that the tunnel is there. You can still access this from this side, but you can't get under the road anymore. So the smugglers would come down off the beach, and bring the stuff into the pub, and then smuggle it into the church before they distributed it. Now this whole village is rife in smuggling history. You probably remember Dr. Sin, the film. Well, Dr. Sin is all about Dymchurch, and every 2 years we have, or did have, I think they still do, I think it's every 2 years, they have Day of Sin, which they reenact, and there's all reenactments go on. But this is New Hall, so I'll just quickly show you there. I say now there's an accountant's on the bottom, but this is a flat now. But that part of it, all that upstairs, the top bit there, that's all the old courthouse and stuff. Now Lorna, before we got together, used to live in this little cottage. Yeah, this was Lorna's old cottage, and I used to work in there for a time before I went into rehab. But all down there, all of these are the jails. Now there's still, I can't go into their thing, but if you went left the other side of those bins, there's 2 jails still left there, and that's a jail as well, that one over there. I'll say that is where I used to work. I was the handyman there for a year. So we'll walk on up because we've got an hour to kill, and I'll show you a bit more around. One thing I will show you is the grave that used to scare us all as youngsters. I think it's this one just here. Solomon Pepper. Is that him? No, that's not him. Where's Solomon Pepper gone? Ah, there he is. Don't know if you can see that, but he died in 1874. I think it's 18 or 13. But there was always something about that name, Solomon Pepper. Ooh. Anyway, let's go across to the ship and see. They might even let me go in and film the tunnel, you never know. Yeah, we've had some good times here. And I say I did actually end up running it for 2 years. That's when before that fell into ruin. That used to be our function hall. and we used to do gigs out on there. And now this is what used to be the front door. This is the front door now, but the front door used to be on the other side of the road. Yeah, and this was the roadway through back in the 1800s. And in there's a, I don't know if they let us look through the window. They might do. I don't know if you can still see it because it's been taken over by new people. Oh, can you see where that fire stack is of wood in the corner? Morning. I was just wondering. I used to live just across the road, and I used to run this place.
Oh, okay.
Years ago. I was doing a YouTube video about the smugglers.
Oh, okay.
So the smuggling bit's gone, isn't it? The old tunnel.
It was renovated in.
Yeah, when
2018.
Nico had it. Yeah, we left in 22. So I was just telling them whether I could still see where the tunnel was.
You can probably see the. If you want to see inside.
Can we? Oh, that would be very nice of
Well,
you.
you don't really see much. It's just
No. I know it used to be just there, didn't it?
Yeah, so you see there where the wood is.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So that's where the tunnel was, and it used to go in and down.
Take that away, then you probably
Yeah.
still.
Oh, it's changed a bit since I ran the place. Wow. Yeah, we used to live literally just over the road by the expenditor's house. Is the glass still there with all the signatures
No,
on?
they're gone.
That's gone as well.
Yeah, they changed all of it when.
What a shame! All that history gone. This used to be a glass here where people over the years had written all their signatures on it from some in the 1800s.
Yeah. No, we were told we spoke with Colin Walker.
Colin Walker, yeah, I know Colin.
But yeah, when we can obviously they have already done that. So it was all renovated in 2018. They pretty much took the history out,
Yeah.
more or less. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. I ran this for 2 years. I had a good 2 years here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's certainly lovely now.
It's a nice.
It's very nice, yeah. That was our house, just over there.
Just behind there.
You'll see next to the museum. We were there. So, anyway,
Lovely.
thank you for letting me come in. And so don't forget, I know they do fantastic food here at the ship because I was told. Oh wow,
Still a little.
love your umbrella stand. That's cool.
Still get the tunnel in the garden, but it's with a slab on top. But
Oh, is it? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, the water right up and down in it.
Yeah, lovely. Well, thank you for letting me come in. That's really kind. Cheers. Oh, that was very nice of them, letting me come in. Yes, it really has been modernised now. But you can also see, if you look in the garden, there was also a gibbet here, which they've still put there to mark the thing. For a while, the actual cage was hanging from there. But apparently there's a slab. Yeah, God, that's really different. I don't remember that tree being there, though. Oh, yes, I do, yeah. God, they pulled that down. Whew. Anyhow, we're going to go off up to the seawall and then walk round that way through the village. So I'll catch you up there. Now, that big green that we just walked across, we used to do gigs out on there on the back of a lorry trailer. It used to be fantastic every year, usually around about the Day of Sin. It started off, we did gigs up at another pub up there called The Ocean, where we will go past in a minute. But towards the latter thing, we did them here. But yeah, God, I haven't been around here for ages. Because this Dymchurch was the scene, used to be on Sky News a lot. This is where, when the migrant boats used to come over, this was where they first started coming in and landing. And you quite often had Sky helicopters up above you, or woken up by the Coast Guard helicopters with their searchlights. But yeah, you can get to the sea quite easy from here. This was the way we used to walk with the dogs sometimes. So, as you can probably see to my left there, the old bushes were eventually replaced by a massive lot of sea defences down here at Dymchurch, which while I was running the pub was being done. So we had all the contractors staying with us. This took, 5 years in total, I think, to do all this. I'm hoping to see the bushes were something similar to these here. We had lots of it growing in our garden, and I think they called it Kentish scrub. Oh. Hello. You want to be on YouTube? This was our beach for walking the dogs on for many years. I say all of this was all added way back in, oh God, when did I run a pub? 2011. It's a nice beach. It gets very, very busy. You can walk the dogs from this part on the beach, but not this part here. But it's a big long beach. But yeah, this is where all the bushes would have been along here. And yeah, if you'd got away with not supplying these bushes, you got away scot-free. So that's legend. It's written down that is the genuine one, but I don't know. I've seen other ones that look just as genuine, saying that they were the reason where scot-free came from. So who knows? But it's kind of nice for us to know that if it is true, we lived in his house. And we had a lot of great times down here. A lot of great times down here. I moved to Dymchurch when I was 21 from London. So when we left 2 years ago, that would have been 21, 31, 41, 51. Yeah, 36 years, 37 years ago. So or whatever it is. My maths is really bad, just you know. But yeah, a lot of good things here. And there's old school houses, and now I've shown a lot of this before on early videos on other channels and stuff, but never really showed it on this channel. So anyway, we're going up there. I'm going to go and post this birthday card at the post office, and I've got to get some money out to pay the lady at the CL, because we're staying another week. So yeah, we're going to have 2 weeks here now and stuff. That place there, that's all part of what was known as, back then was known as the Chantry Hotel. And I think I've mentioned this before, but you can't see properly now because all these bushes weren't here. But this guy who used to own the Chantry Hotel, he won the lottery. And he won 300 and something thousand. And this is a very posh part of Dymchurch, if you like. A lot of holiday homes here, unfortunately. But he didn't get on with his neighbours, so he went out and bought 2 tanks, and they refused him entry. So he drove along the sea wall and down the bank and parked them down there. One was a Bren gun carrier and one was a tank. Just to piss his neighbours off. But that road up there, that's Sycamore Close, that leads directly to our house. So that was our more preferred route of coming down with the dogs. I know it's probably a bit boring for you guys, but it's kind of nice for me to come back here. You know, spent a lot of time here, and I do love Dymchurch. Just it does appear a little bit run down in places, but anyway, let's keep going up here a bit further. There's a lot of holiday lets here as well in Dymchurch, and I say there was an abundance, as everywhere else in the country, of second homes. So it's quite expensive to rent here. We were very lucky in that house. Our rent never went up in 15 years. We paid $6.50 from day one to when we left. But the average rental price in Dymchurch is around $1,200 to $1,400 now. So we would never have been able to stay here at all. because we just couldn't afford that once Lorna's wages were gone and mine were gone. So, yeah. So we would have had to have gone, well, I don't know what we would have done. We probably would have gone into a static caravan, to be honest with you. We could have done that. But even those, the pitches for a static caravan down here are about £7 a year. Site fees, I think. So, anyhow, let's keep going. Now, one of my first jobs when I actually moved here full time was in here, which is the British Legion. I was the assistant steward there for 2 or 3 years, I think. I have done quite a lot of pub work, probably why I ended up an alcoholic. But yeah, no. So that's the British Legion, and that road that is on is the slipway, which, wow, we've got houses here now. Oh my God. These weren't here when we left. Wow. Jesus. They are definitely new. This led down to the amusements. I wonder if the amusements have gone then. That's the slipway over there though. But yeah, these are all new from when we left. Wow. Oh, it makes me wonder, because Dymchurch, one of the things that's famous for is its fun fair. So I don't know if that means the fun fair's gone. No, I can see the rides. Cool. Ooh. I was going to say, they can't take that away. There's one of the Martello towers. Anyway, let's get a bit further on. No, the fun fair's still there, so. Yeah, because Dymchurch is a bit creepy, really. Used to have this sign on the outskirts. I don't know if it's still there. I'll have a look on the dashcam footage. It says, "Welcome to Children's Paradise." It just always struck me as creepy. But yeah, well, many, many happy days in this fun fair over the years. Yeah, there she is. The old ghost train. I suppose I should point out why it was we lived here. Well, basically, I've been coming to Dymchurch. My family's had static caravans in Dymchurch since I was 2 years old. So we won't be going around there today, but yeah, I know for a fact that the last static caravan we had was still there 2 years ago. It was looking a bit worse for wear, but it was still on a site on the outskirts of Dymchurch. So yeah, this has been long-term home, if you like. And this used to be my favourite pub, the Ocean Inn. Hi June, if you're watching. Because we used to do a ton of gigs in here. And whenever my birthday, if we weren't out playing up in London or anywhere like that, if ever we were down this way, for my birthday, we'd always come and play here. And yeah, lovely pub, very nice food, very, very nice people, and June is lovely. So I'm going to pop across to Tesco's anyway, so I've got to watch the battery on this. I'm going to pop across to Tesco's. My God, that's new. Sorry. And get out some money to pay for the CL next week, and we'll pick this up in a minute. This is just a little high street. It's all had a lick of paint since we were here, but there's a few changes in Dymchurch though. Noticed a few shops gone, a few new ones opened up and stuff. Blimey, the old cafe's gone as well. Changed name. Oh. Well, that used to be a post office. I presume we can still use them. That's changed. While we were here, we fought for years to keep that village post office. So, right. kind of come full circle now. At least the butcher's is still here, or is it? That looks like the butcher's has had to close down as well. Wow, things really have changed. Another pub shut down. The City of London. Wow. Expect that to be turned into a house. Well, we're pretty much that's Dymchurch and our old life around here, really. Carl from Roman and Roman, you'll like this, Carl, I'm pretty sure. Bit of nostalgia coming up. Whoa, shit. See it run over back in my old hometown. But yeah, a bit of nostalgia coming up for you, Carl. Hello, baby boy. Look, yes, you are get huge these days, aren't you? Business good then, mate? Yeah. Let me just do this. She failed. Needs 2 new front tyres. Got cords coming. I wonder if that's where we tow it, doing that. Because they were new. It's bad, isn't it? But, yeah. Oh well, we'll have to get that done anyway, because we need old Betty. Yeah, she failed on, apparently I've got cord hanging out the inside of one of the tyres, never noticed that. So we're going up to Chase Tyres now to go and get 2 new ones put on, and then he'll re-MOT it. Because it passed on everything else, so just these 2 tyres. So we're going to have to get that done. So see if that or wait at the garage till late this afternoon so we can get some tyres in for us, so let's get going. We're getting the 2 new ones put on the front, 90 quid for the pair, so that's alright. He was just saying that it is basically down to the A-frame that's because this one's not got the electronic for the steering, it's dragging it, so I shall mention that to Lorna and we'll see about getting this new A-frame at some point this year. He's just going to do it now, so that's really nice of him. So, Discount Tyre Centre, New Romney, will always help you out. So, I still haven't forgotten to show you the bit of nostalgia, Carl. I just had to run up here quick. But good news that it passed on the actual car itself. So, let's give Lorna a quick ring and let her know. Hello, guess what? It failed. 2 front tyres, so I'm up having them fitted now. All right then, I'll see you later on. Bye, bye. Discount Tyres, and he really sorted me out. Less than 20 minutes and I'm on my way. So, right, back to get the MOT.
This is how we end up. Shades of blue and grey. I feel just like an empty bottle. My dreams are on delay. I just wanna climb on top of a hill and throw it all away, away. Take me far away before my mind spins off and I am all derailed, derailed. Just drive all the way to the rainbow's end. Just drive, and we'll never turn our backs again.
There you go, Carl. Bit of old nostalgia for you. GT 185. It's a lovely old GT 550 there. Old Kawasaki W650. And there used to be a GT 750 here. And they got a GT 250 there. There. 45 quid each one, like, yeah. Yeah. He was like, no, I can't do that. And then he said, oh yeah, I've got some, I'll do them. Just doing me ticket. So that's us all MOT'd for another year. If you're ever in the Dymchurch, Folkestone area and you need some work done, this is called Fairways Garage. And John, the owner, he's a good mate of mine. And they're a top-notch bunch here, never rip you off. And always, they do all manner of things here. But as you can see, he's out there working, so yeah, it's nothing to do with the car sales place here. That's a separate entity. But yeah, no, they've always done our cars and always looked after us, so brilliant. So if you ever need something and you're in a rush, Fairways Garage, Dymchurch. That's what my tyres probably look like with the tracking. That's cool. I know John here used to race karts, so I'm guessing this is a new little project for him. See, I'd like a tow car like that. Hello, boysy. Hello, mate. You alright? Hey? You alright? I ain't seen you for ages. Have we? Hey? It's been nearly 2 years now, buddy. He used to come and sit on my lap, this dog. He used to pin you down, didn't you? Hey? He used to pin us down. Cool. Right, that's my tickets ready, so let's get going. So that's that all done, and we're back. Yeah, it's lovely posh tyres. Clean motor car, yeah. I'm gonna, when that cools down a bit, I'll check the oil and stuff. I'll check the brakes; they're all good and stuff. So yeah, so hee. Betty's sorted for another year.
Well, we might have other problems that we don't know yet, do we? But...
Well, he couldn't see no leak.
Oh, you did ask?
Yeah, John couldn't see nothing, so...
I ran some water down there where the puddle was, and there's a little bit of oil residue, but I don't think you can be off from it with wet
I think it's where we drive through puddles.
Yeah.
And you know, like when it drips from the underneath and stuff.
Anything
Nah.
that might be obvious by the smell
No.
and everything.
No.
Oh well, just an old car.
Yeah.
Maybe where you dribbled some oil over.
I did slightly overfill.
It'd be worth checking it.
Yeah, I'm going to check it. Yeah, I did slightly overfill it a little bit. But never mind. And it's Effie's turn next in September. But that'll be being done in Scotland when we get up there. So, I'll tell you what, I am starving. Yeah, let's get something to eat.